Hello everybody, welcome back. This is a bit different from what we'd usually do. So as you can imagine, I went from Harry Potter to randomly SpongeBob SquarePants in the space of like a day, and I was like, I really want to build some SpongeBob SquarePants. So I did. I decided I'm going to do the Krusty Krab, because that's what you do when you've just finished a massive Harry Potter challenge. So I haven't really even finished the Harry Potter challenge, but I just wanted to go in and just do something so much easier and simple. It's going to be done in like one video, and it was so had to be SpongeBob SquarePants because I love that show and I was ready for a different kind of challenge. And as you can imagine, building a cartoon establishment wasn't easy. Like, you can look at the Krusty Krab and you can think, yeah, that's the Krusty Krab. It's so iconic and it's so recognizable, but building it within The Sims in practicality was a challenge, because you look at it and you go, all right, how do I make this cartoon thing in The Sims and make it look realistic? Because you want it to be an actual restaurant, you want it to be functional, but you also have to sort of try and stick to canon, and I towed that line so much within this video. But eventually I just said, you know what, just go for it, relax about it, and just do what you do. Because I have a certain building style and I do like the way I build. So it's all coming together in this sort of recognizable Krusty Krab, but it's got a little bit of extra. So it's a functional establishment. It's weird shaped. It's obviously the shape of a crab trap, which I found always a bit weird with the Krusty Krab, because Mr. Krabs, why is it a crab trap? But also it's so deceptively simple in shape. But I'd spent a lot of time just getting the basic shapes down and trying to get those details in, just to make it look, you know, like an established building, and that it actually made sense. So, and I really wanted to get like a lot of the canon accurate details of the property, so the doors and the windows and the curvature of the building, and also there's these ropes that go over the windows I've found. I really wanted to replicate that, and I thank goodness I was able to, but it was a bit of a process, I'm not gonna lie. So with the interior, you've got the green flooring, you've got the wooden walls, you've got the pillars and everything, and I really felt like I found a really nice flooring for that. It's this off-green, grubby kind of rough looking floor, and it just reminded me so much of SpongeBob SquarePants. I would watch that show so much as a kid, like just a little Aussie person just watching and absolutely loving SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh, the amount of media I devoured of this show. So this was really important to me that I got certain aspects correct. The floor was one of them, and definitely SpongeBob's kitchen was another. And I could take or leave, you know, Mr. Krabs' office or the bathroom or anything, but the main area, plus the boat Squidward actually stands in, was really important to me that I get right. So I feel like I did, but, you know, it was a process. But I just had fun with it. As you can see, I probably did skip ahead a little bit here. I spent a lot of time just getting the tables and chairs correct, because I had to find the perfect table, and it was like, they're like the wheels of a ship. I feel like they're themed kind of thing, and it took me a really long time to find a stand-in for that table and for those chairs. And the chairs themselves, they're actually those barrels. They're just barrels, but we don't have sittable barrels in The Sims 4, so I sort of just had to go, okay, do I put down barrels and they cannot sit down, or do I put down chairs that sort of work and they can sit down, but they'll have to have the backing on them? So decisions, but we went with something that just had the backing, and I just had to live with it. And then at some point in the build, I actually went out and I did the outdoor area, and I just sort of was a bit creative with the outdoor area. I just wanted a fence, and then I opened the hidden objects menu and basically just went ham with all of it. There's so many great sea themed things within that menu, and I just absolutely loved every single little bit of it. And I just had a lot of fun decorating. Like, thank goodness you have those floaty buoys and the netting and everything, because I just feel like that really made the place feel lived in. When I think of my Krusty Krab that I've created, I feel like I'm looking at an established restaurant. It's been there for absolutely ever. You know the owner, he's just some old guy that's rich. You know, he's a hard worker and everything. And it's just this family-friendly restaurant. It's, you know, a mum and pop store, but also it's you know, the food's okay. It's okay, it's not great. It's the prices are okay as well. And it's just one of those things that where you went to a lot as a kid, but maybe in life you'd take your kids there, but it's not some place you'd take like a date or anything. It's very family friendly themed, and I wanted to give it that vibes so much. Now, when it comes to SpongeBob's little kitchen, I loved this little area. I thought it came out so well. I obviously wanted to incorporate the actual practicality of it being a restaurant kitchen, so I had to have the restaurant station down so the chefs can actually cook. And I am planning to do characters, the cast from the SpongeBob universe. So I've got, I've actually already made it at the time of this video. So I've got SpongeBob, I've got Patrick, I've got Mr. Krabs, I've got Squidward and Sandy. For whatever reason, I didn't make Plankton. I'm kicking myself. I'm like, why, you silly Billy? So I'm going to have to go back and make Plankton now. But I absolutely loved making them. But now that I have the characters in mind, I am so chuffed with this build. I just love it so much. And I can't wait to actually put it into practice, have Mr. Krabs own it, have him hire SpongeBob to actually work at it. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to get him to hire SpongeBob, but we'll see, like the game just has to give us options and we'll just see what happens. But yeah, I really loved making Mr. Krabs' office as well. I went in and I just gave him all the typical wealth signs. He's got like gold in there, he's got bags of cash. It's a little seedy, and he's also got like a $ light on the wall, and he's got an air conditioner. I had a little bit of a chuckle because I just felt like, of course, within this whole establishment, he'd prioritize having air conditioning over anyone else in the whole place. So yeah, I thought that was a little bit fun. Alrighty folks, that is it. Thank you so much for coming along with my SpongeBob build. I really enjoyed making it. It was a challenge. I'm really glad I went for it. I have sort of been putting off making SpongeBob's house, Patrick's house, Squidward's house, definitely making Sandy's tree done. I mean, come on, a rocket? Yeah! But also, they sound really hard to do, and I'm sort of just psyching myself up for it. I wanted to go in and make the cast before I made them anyway, so we may see those videos in the future, but we'll see. Pop a pin in it. I'm really just doing whatever I feel like at the moment. I do have an idea for a Let's Play in the future that I am toying with, but unfortunately this Let's Play is really long, and it's an ambitious project. But you know me, I'm all about the ambitious projects, so we'll see. But have a great day. I hope you're enjoying yours, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.